Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 6 German cruiser, Nürnberg. It has 9 main guns, 8 secondary guns, 26 AA guns, 12 torpedoes, a top speed of 32.3 knots, total health 23,800, for my modules, reduced crit chance on main battery, increased main battery accuracy, reduced flood and fire chance, faster rudder shift, and for my commander, situation awareness, basic firing training, faster turret traverse, lower cooldown on damage control, and advanced firing training. We are on the map Solomon Islands, and this map is 1 in a million. This is a fantastic game, and I'm excited to share it with you. Initially, we're going to head for B. It's the center of the map. It commands a lot of the territory, but half my team is going for B, so I'm just going to make an audible and go towards C. You can obviously see the extreme range of this particular ship on this map. I can basically attack anyone I want to. We see that there's an enemy cruiser and an enemy battleship. Also, 2 destroyers are headed for C. I'm going to try and engage this enemy battleship, the New York, and I have AP loaded. Not so why are you using AP against a battleship? Funny you should ask that. I think the German cruisers are more effective with AP. And our first salvo really does explore the idea that AP could be the right ammo type, but it really requires an accurate shot on a very particular part of the ship. At this long range, we're getting pretty good plunging fire, and the plunging fire needs to land on parts of the enemy battleship that it'll go into the deck. And we're looking for all those open areas. It's not that easy, but the reward is worth it in my opinion. The enemy destroyers send out torpedoes, and this is the first shot. Wow. We are lucky. He fired everything. He missed everything. And we're just continuing this onslaught. Yes, I only have my bat guns because I did not expect him to choose me of all targets to engage. We're trying to rotate to the back, avoid fire from the enemy, and continue to fire with our long-range German guns. Kind of use the oval of my aiming video. That's just always what technique I'm going to use. As he's rotating and moving back, we go from being aimed very tight on the enemy ship to far out on the left side, the port side of the ship. There we go. We get a nice 2K damaging shot. He has a lot of regrets in life. In particular, he regrets ever entering the sea area, and now he's too slow to get out of it. One of the failures of the US battleship line is the speed. It just is hard to work with. If you go into an area that you have terrible odds you're going to die, you can't escape because you're one of the slowest ships in the game. We can just follow you until oblivion. We're going to change to the Carl. This ship is just as fragile as B, and it's closer. So we unload AP. 3K, alright. Not what I want though, I want that big old Citadel. What? Oh, come on. Someone gets the Citadel, and they take out the enemy Carl. And we got an enemy Cleveland trying to engage a friendly destroyer that is very brave. He's moved into the enemy's territory. And as long as the Cleveland's going to move slow, we're going to try and aim at the waterline, get some AP. And yep, he's going very slow, so we have to adjust our heading. But oh, an enemy destroyer. The Kohlberg has a very close minikaze. He knocks out his propulsion, and we're going to have to slowly... Oh, he actually used his damage control on his propulsion. And we land a really big shot. He disappears. He's using smoke. And we are the last one to get damage. We get the kill. Another enemy New York is in the area, and he's trying to retreat. But you're not going to get very far, my 21-knot friend. Everyone on my team can keep up with you, and you've got maybe 3 kilometers that you have to cover in order to get away from me. Never gonna happen. We've got AP loaded, and we're firing trying to get that nice deck penetration. There's good AP penetration. And this rate of fire is extreme. I have ammo reloaded and ready to fire before the previous salvo even makes contact with the ship, and it's just constant barrage. I can see that he's looking my way or he's looking right in front of me. And yeah, we're getting great damaging shots. Trying to place those rounds right on the open deck. Friendlies are engaging. They're being engaged. We have yet to take damage in this game, by the way. It feels good being able to help your team and not being fired upon in a German cruiser. You can see the enemy Cleveland in the background. You can see the Soviet destroyer. It's pretty hectic on this side as they try and escape, but they're not going to get very far. We've got full control over this. However, the enemy does have B and A, so it could end up being a situation where we are not getting enough kills in order to win the game. They might win just because they have 2 points to our 1, so we got to be careful about that. Enemy destroyer is headed through B. I saw this, so I was considering who should I go after, you know. In a situation where you got like 3 to 5 friendlies firing on a target, you know that target's going to be dead. It would be a shame for that destroyer to take out a battleship when we could keep all our friendlies up and be able to take out 2 ships for 1. So we don't really have a good shot on the destroyer though. It's very far away. Destroyers are hard to hit. If we get this guy dead, maybe we can save the health of a friendly. Unfortunately, a friendly goes down in this area. And who's going to get the last shot? We do not get the last shot. It looks like he burns down. That Cleveland is still in the area. They take out that enemy destroyer. So, 100% on this Cleveland. And it's still a really long shot, but I would like someone to move towards B and potentially take it. It's really important that you don't give up the ability to win on cap if you're in a dominant position as we are. We have so many more ships than them. We can't give this up. So I'm going to head towards B. I had adjusted my heading a little bit to slow down so I can get as many shots on the enemy Cleveland. And somehow we still have the Cleveland selected. It slams into the island. So we're like, okay, we get it, game. You don't want us doing that. So we see an enemy Cleveland coming from A. We're going to fire in between that large island. We're going to see if we can do some damage to this guy. He is trying to kill a friendly cruiser. We got 2 friendly battleships in front of me. Don't know if they have line of sight on the Cleveland. We get nice damage on the Cleveland. It's pretty rare to get any big citadel penetrations. Getting solid AP shots on the Cleveland is really all you can ask for. We don't have shot on the Cleveland though. That island's in the way. The New Mexico is border riding. And yes, I said, oh, I don't really run into this anymore. Well, unfortunately, I have run into this far more often than I actually expected to. Probably 5 to 10 games have had someone run in the border, and I don't like it. So, 0.5.1, please, come, please. It looks like, though, he's trying to move away from the border. I don't know if he didn't mean to run into the border, but as long as he's attached to the border, it's going to be a harder shot. The calculation isn't quite right. Once he moves away, we should be able to, you know, relatively easily predict where his ship is headed. He's just like a New York, really slow. And we're trying to get the Citadel in the right spot, but we're even compensating a little bit too much for the speed of the ship. He's not covering that much distance. We get a little bit of AP damage. We adjust our heading. We really want to try and kill this guy before we commit to the other side of B. And he's down to 19,000, 15,000. We're getting good salvos on wide open decks.
Fighter ready for takeoff.
And, ooh, is it going to drop below 10K? 10K before we are able to avoid this island. A lot of our shots are slamming in. Yeah, we can't go after this guy anymore. We're going to adjust our heading. Friendly is unsuccessful in capturing the B point. He's getting harassed from the enemy Cleveland on the other side. We're going to engage the Cleveland. Now, I think this Cleveland's a pretty good player. He has done a very good job for his team. He has 3 kills. So, I expect a target to maneuver wildly and allow me to do minimal damage to him. And of course, me being in the Nürnberg, he'll fire on my position once when I'm showing my side and I'll lose all my health. So, I gotta be very careful. I need to not make it a fair fight for him. I cannot show my side. I really want to capture B. I don't want to take round fire from the enemy Cleveland and interrupt the cap. There's a destroyer trying to capture C right now. We have a friendly carrier there. The friendly carrier can't really engage that destroyer effectively. And yep, here come the rounds. The enemy Cleveland. They're raining all over my ship. And we're just trying to maybe bring one gun online. But we're doing okay. We haven't sustained any damage. It's a really long shot for him too, so it's not an easy shot. Oh yeah, we got a good AP there, and we earned Confederate. Ooh, barely avoid more rounds. We land one little round. Is this enough? Is this enough? Yes. We take out the enemy Cleveland. We turn around and we have our back guns available, so we're gonna fire on the other enemy Cleveland, who is stationary for some reason. And it looks like he's heading forward slightly. We lead the target, and is this enough? Is this enough? Nope. Come on, get him dead. I have no idea the health of the friendly battleship. I just want him dead. We get him down, and then the friendly finishes him off. The destroyer killed the carrier. It's a real shocker, right? The carrier trying to fight him off. But we're going to move into C. We know he wants to capture C. Don't have any idea where the enemy carrier is. We do know where an enemy destroyer is. And we're going to try and take out the spotting plane for the destroyer. We use defensive fire, but it's just not very effective. It's like shooting BB guns or something at him. And the enemy destroyer shows up, but the friendly aircraft carrier has one thing he didn't expect. He's got a dive bomber hovering over his dead corpse, so it's helping us out spot this guy. And we've got AP loaded because AP all the way for this game. Where did he go? He's hidden. We don't have hydroacoustic, so we're at the mercy of... Okay, here's some torpedoes. He is in a Soviet destroyer, so his torpedo range is very, very short. I'm just saying, hey, there's a destroyer somewhere. Cautiously move. Oh, we see him. Front gun available. We fire. He's showing his side. I expect torpedoes. That's what I expect. Keep on firing all guns on the target. One more good salvo, and torpedoes are in the water. We finish him off, and oh, here comes the torpedoes. Okay, we're good. We're good. It wouldn't have killed us, but we still have not taken any damage this game, and I'm going to make it my goal that I will not take any damage. Friendly really enjoyed that. I also really enjoyed not dying. Whenever you're that close to a torpedo, it gets your heart racing just a little bit faster. So we're gonna start heading towards where we believe the enemy carrier to be, and the enemy destroyer sent out torpedoes, but they are not gonna hit us. And we have people that, oh, I didn't know you were in this game. Yeah. It's nice to meet you too. I always appreciate anyone that will comment. Don't ever hold back. You know, I love hearing from you guys. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Always a pleasure to see people who enjoy something that you do, and I really enjoy having people who are so kind to me. It really feels great. So we see an enemy dive bomber. It's over by A. So I would assume the enemy carrier is also by A. Now the friendly battleship is headed to A. And the friendly battleship is Japanese, I believe, so it does have speed, unlike the US battleships of this tier. He's got pretty good speed. Ah, here you are. Don't know how we spot him. Maybe it is the aircraft. It's probably the aircraft that the friendly battleship puts out, but we're going to engage at a long range. We've got awesome guns, as you have seen the entire game, and we're going to put him to use. He is moving away from the friendly battleship, and it's broadside, so we're going to try and land our rounds right under those smokestack. That's really where the citadels go. And he's picking up speed, so we need to compensate a little bit more than we were. But this isn't fair. We're shooting a guy who can't fire back. Well, you know what? Life isn't fair. No mercy for the aircraft carrier. He already got 2 friendlies dead, so we must avenge them. And are we going to get the kill? That's the real question. The battleship does have a firing solution, but we are just melting this guy. Just so much damage. And we finish him off, get high caliber, and the last kill of the game. That was extremely high damage, I would say. 4 kills, high caliber, Confederate, somewhere in the realm of 2,000 base XP, and 120,000 points of damage in a cruiser. That's like battleship numbers. One unique aspect, I didn't take any damage at all this entire game. I don't think I've ever played a game where I didn't take damage. I hope you enjoyed seeing this game. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.